All right, friends, let's jump into this program for the knees to reduce pain in the knees and help our knees get stronger. So let's start off on lying down onto our stomachs. You're gonna bring the legs or the hands down beside your hips, bend your right knee, and then lift your right leg up and hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back down. Now, sometimes I like to have my left hand on that left glute just to make sure it stays soft. So bend the knee, lift it up, hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back down. Do it again. Lift it up. See if you can drive the heel up without lifting this right pelvic bone. So what's doing the movement is the muscle. If you got to start lifting up higher, like lifting that pelvic bone up, then you're starting to compensate. So you really want to target the glute as much as possible and come on down. Let's do it again. So pay attention to what's going on with that right pelvic bone. Bend the knee and lift it up. Hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back down. Now let's do a little bit of hamstring here. So what I want you to do now is pull the heel in towards your right glute and then lift up. And keep pulling it heel in and lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Probably notice you didn't come up as far. That's okay. Pull the heel in towards the glute and then lift it up. Hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Let's do the other side now. So I like to bring my right hand back, just make sure the right glute is soft. Bend that left knee and then lift it up. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. And do it again. If I'm ever doing any kind of hiking or any kind of sports activities, I always want to make sure that my glutes are working properly. And I think that you can kind of understand why today as we looked at all these muscles that affect the joints of the knees. Bend that left knee, engage that left glute, lift it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. And do it again. Bend the left knee, lift up the leg, hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. And do it again. Bend the left knee, gauge the glute, and lift it up. 4, 5, 6, and back down. Let's do the part for the hamstring now in the last 2. So kind of pull that heel towards the glute and lift it up. Good. Keep pulling the heel towards the glute and then come back down. And do it again. Pull the heel towards the glute, lift it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Very good. So let's do the PT now, the muscle activation for soleus. So have the leg at about 90 degrees. And all you're going to do is just point the foot and turn the foot inwards, like towards the midline. So point the toes towards the midline. 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax down. And we'll do it again. Bring the knee up to 90 degrees, point the toes, and then turn the toes towards the midline. So towards the other foot, so to speak, but keep the toes pointed. Don't lose that point. That's really important. And you're going to feel this on the medial soleus. And back down. Very good. Do it again. Bend the knee to 90, point the toes, and then turn the toes inwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Very good. So now let's do it on the other side. So same foot, but now we're going to do the lateral soleus. So point the toes, and then this time point away from you. So turn the toes or rotate the toes or the foot away from you, keeping the foot at 90 degrees, and then back down. And then do it again. Point, and then turn away. So now you should feel this in the lateral soleus. Ooh la 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 la. And then come back down. And we'll do it one more time. Bring the foot up. Point, and then turn away. And 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And back down. So let's do the other side now. So bend the left knee, point the foot, and then turn inwards. Ooh, a little cramp there. So I'm going to back up. Point, turn inward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back down. Bring the foot up, point, and turn inwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. And again, bend the knee, point, and turn inward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Now let's do the lateral soleus. So you're going to bend the knee, point, and then turn away. Okay? So point, turn away from you. 3, 4, 5, 6, back down. And we're going to do it one more time. Bend the knee, point, and then turn away. Very good. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now we've activated our soleus. We're going to do Shalabhasana now. So lift the legs, lift the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And back down. So even though we're not necessarily getting into our side benders per se, we are, lift up again, coming into Shalabhasana, we are activating our longissimus, and our longissimus is one of the big side bender muscles. So this is to create stability in the lumbar spine. Come back down. And then come on back up, because if there's not stability in the lumbar spine, the knees are going to compensate. Having said that, we are actually addressing some side benders here because of this pose and the effect that it has on the longissimus. And then come back up. God, I love this pose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Shake your glutes a little bit, and then do it again. Come back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back down. And then come on up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. And we'll do it one more time. Come on up. Remember to try and lift from the inner thighs. If you're coming up too much in the chest, come down and focus more on the legs. And back down. Very good. Let's roll over, please, onto our backs now. So coming over onto our backs, we're going to do the hands to knees pose. Very simple. So bring the knees up, bring the hands to the knees. Press the knees into the hands and holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and come back down. Just even straighten the legs here. And then do it again. Bring the knees up. Try not to let the feet just kind of drop here. Lift the feet a little bit, but also you don't have to straighten the legs. So keep the knees bent about 90 degrees, more or less. 4, 5, 6, and back down. And do it again. Bring the knees up. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. And do it again. Bring the knees up. And back down. And do it again. This is such a great pose. If you're ever needing to feel like you just need more muscular support because you've been sitting for a long time or driving, just do this pose. And already you will feel like your body is there to support you. Your muscular system is doing its job. Let's do it one more time. And then come on back down. Very good. Now let's do psoas major. Remember that there's the option of doing the figure 4 exercise if you wish. You can always do that as an option. We're going to start with the right leg. So externally rotate the right leg, bring it out to the right about 20 degrees, and lift up the leg and holding 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and come back down and just sort of reset. Okay, externally rotate the leg, bring it out 20 degrees, lift it up. One of the things that you really want to watch out for is that you're not lifting the left hip bone. So keep that left hip bone down, the left pelvic bone down. The only thing that's working is this leg. Come on back down. Externally rotate the right leg, bring the right leg to the right, and lift it up. Holding 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and come back down. Very good, guys. Externally rotate the right leg, bring it to the right, and lift up the leg. Holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back down. If you feel like you're getting tired in the leg, you know, some other muscles are starting to be recruited, go back and do figure 4 this time, and then return to this one, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Play with it. The worst thing that you can do is make yourself weaker. So always ask yourself, is what I'm doing causing more stress or trauma, or is what I'm doing, come on back down, making myself stronger? Is it positively affecting me or negatively affecting me? And the way that we judge that is this making me stronger or making me weaker? If it's making me stronger, go for it, do it. But if it's causing more stress, that's not a good thing. And that's a hard thing for us to kind of like wrap our heads around in our culture, because we're always like, more is better, you know, supersize me, baby. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Externally rotate the leg, bring it out 20 degrees, sorry. Lift up about 30 to 40 degrees. Good. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very nice. Let's do the other side now. Externally rotate the left leg and lift it up. And again, pay really close attention to what's going on the right leg here, okay? What's going on in that right hip, and then come on back down. And then externally rotate the leg and lift it up. And hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and come back down. And then externally rotate the leg and lift it up. And hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and come back down. I was just taking a moment to listen to the waves in the background as they're crashing against the shore. It's just such a beautiful sound. Externally rotate the left leg, bring it out to the left a little bit, and then lift up. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And again, if you feel like you want to do that figure 4, instead, just do that, okay? Externally rotate the left leg, bring it out to the left, and lift it up. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Figure 4 is really great. It doesn't necessarily strengthen the psoas. It will stimulate the psoas to start working, which in turn will make it stronger. But this one kind of gets into the psoas a little bit more. Externally rotate the left leg, bring it out, lift it up. This one, it kind of targets the psoas a little bit more directly, and also will strengthen it because you need to hold the leg there. That's using the psoas to hold the leg there, okay? So this is a little bit stronger. And externally rotate the leg, bring it out, lift it up. One of the things that I actually do is put about a 1 pound, 1.5 pound weight belt on my ankle and lift that up. And sometimes I'll do reps like that. Not a lot, but just some. And that really helps to get my psoas a lot stronger. Hey, I don't really have back problems anymore, so turn, externally rotate the leg, bring it out, and lift up the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Great. So now we're going to do TFL. So we're going to internally rotate that right leg. Be careful when you internally rotate, you're not lifting up that whole hip bone. Okay, I was just noticing I was doing that. So you're just internally rotating the femur and then lift it up diagonally and just hold it there. Okay? And then back down. And you should be able to feel your tensor fasciae latae really working here. Internally rotate the leg, lift it up, diagonally out. So it's coming out about 20 degrees more or less. It's not that far, okay? The tensor fasciae latae does not have that much range of motion. And then come back down. Internally rotate the leg, bring it up. 3, 4, 5, and 6, and come back down. Internally rotate the leg, bring it up. Bring it out and up diagonally. Is it getting hard? Some of you are probably, and I don't say this in a judgmental or mean-spirited way, some of you are probably very weak. And so some of these might be a little challenging. If it is, instead of doing 6, just do 3. Take a break, maybe do one more, pause the video, take a little bit longer. Okay, don't stress yourself out. Okay? Some of you, and accessing some of these muscles have become so traumatized. Part of it is just because some of you have such a history of stretching the hell out of these things. You've completely weakened them. And again, I'm not saying that in a judgmental or asshole kind of way. It's just as a fact. So what you're going to do, slowly come back down. Let's do the other side. Is internally rotate the left leg, bring the left leg out and up. So out diagonally. Is that we just slowly start to strengthen them. It takes time. But with a little bit of compassion, a little bit of time, you're going to get stronger. And all of these like aches and pains that are plaguing you are going to disappear, and you're going to wake up and go, oh my God, I'm 60 years old, but I feel like I'm 25 again. Internally rotate the left leg and then lift up and out. And you can say, yes, I feel like I'm 25 again without all the stupidity that I was like when I was 25. And come back down. And turn in. And then lift the leg out and up. You can start to live life in such a wonderful way with powerful body. And then come back down. And internally rotate, lift out and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back down. And then internally rotate, come back out and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, come and sit up. We're going to do posterior tibialis. So point the foot. Again, remember, if you have cramping, take a little rest, come back, but only go to 50 or 30%, okay? So point the foot. Now start to bring the heel towards you. Remember not to let the toes touch the floor. If they do, you're coming too close. And then turn the foot inwards. So you're turning the toes, you're turning the foot towards the midline, and then relax and come back out. Point the foot, start to bring the heel towards you, turn inwards. Holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then come back. Beautiful. Point the foot, turn, or drag the heel towards you, turn inwards. So where you might start to feel it is sort of on the right side of the back of your calf muscle. That's where the posterior tib is. If you don't feel it there, relax. If you don't feel it there right away, sometimes it will just take a few times to do this before you do. A lot of people's posterior tibs are really asleep and turn in. Now some of you have heard about plantar, I never say this right, plantar fasciitis? Fasciitis? Oof, I know I bastardized that word. And then relax. But this is also one of the things that you can do to actually fix that problem. So something else to think about as well. Point the foot, come in, and then turn inwards. Hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then relax. And point the foot, come on in, and then turn inward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then come back. And point, we'll do it one more time. Turn in. Nice. And relax. Let's do the other side now. Point the left foot, drag the heel towards you, and then turn the foot in. So interesting, I'm kind of noticing that my left foot points a lot better than my right foot. So I can't bring my heel as close as I could with my right foot. So that's kind of interesting. I never noticed that before until now. Point the left foot. So I'm going to just bring the right leg out of the way a little bit here just so you can see. And then I'm going to drag in and then turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. Point, drag in a bit, and then turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then relax. Please don't do this thing with your leg. I'm just doing this so you can see what I'm doing. Point, drag in, and turn. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do it one more time. Point, pull in a bit, and then turn inwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Let's do gastroc now. So we're going to come back to the right foot, point the foot, drag in, turn, and then you're going to pull the heel towards you, but remember that the heel is sort of going up towards the knee, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. And then point, drag in, turn, and then pull the heel towards you, And again, it's kind of coming, you're pulling it towards you, but with your mind's eye, pulling it up towards the knee, and then relax. And then point, drag in, turn, and then pull towards you. Very good. And then relax. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to do the lateral gastroc. So turn it, point, drag in, and then turn outwards, and then pull towards you. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. You guys are going to walk so differently after this. I can't wait to hear your comments about how you feel after you do this little sequence. I mean, oh my God, your whole gait, the way that you walk is going to change completely. And then relax, and we'll do it one more time. Lateral gastroc, point, drag towards you, turn out, and then pull towards you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Let's do the other side now. So point the other foot. I'm going to move this leg out just so you can watch. So I'm going to drag the foot in and then turn, and then I'm going to pull the heel towards my hip, but I'm in my mind's eye pulling it up towards my knee, and then relax. Point, drag in, turn, and then pull towards you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. Point, drag in, turn, and then relax. Good. Let's do the lateral gastroc now. So we're going to point, drag in, and then this time turn to the left or the outside, and then again pull in towards you, and then with your mind's eye pulling that heel up towards the knee. Okay, and then relax and point and turn. Very good. And then relax. Very good. So now let's come and lie down onto our back. All right, so now we're going to do rectus femoris. So you're going to bend the knee, bring the foot flat, bring the right hand to the right quad, and then just straighten that right leg. And hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and lower back down. And let's do it again. Bend the knee, just bring the foot to the point where the foot is flat, and then just straighten the leg. Again, you can use little ankle weights here. Now, I don't suggest starting off with ankle weights. Like, do it a few times and then come back down. And do it again. Just be aware though, if you do decide to start using ankle weights, are you tilting your pelvis a lot? Notice if you're compensating. If you're compensating, you're using too much weight, or you shouldn't be using weight at all. You probably are even compensating without the weight. Do it again. So pay attention to that. Notice what's going on with your body. If you start to compensate, you need to back off, take more breaks, etc., etc. And then come back down. And do it again. And lift up. And hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back down. And do it again. Bend the knee and straighten the leg. Very nice. 3, 4, 5, 6. One of the reasons why I like to keep my hand here, let's do it one more time. Bend the knee, straighten the leg. One of the reasons why I like to keep my hand here is because I can feel the rectus femoris engaging up to the origin, up to the pubic bone, or the pelvic bone rather, and then come back down. Let's do the other side. Bend that left knee, straighten the left leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back down. And do it again. Bend the knee, Straighten the leg. And holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Bend the knee and straighten the leg. And holding there for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back down. Bend the knee, straighten the leg, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. And bend the knee and straighten the leg. See if you can feel that rectus femoris engaging. Feel it engaging up into the pubic bone. And then relax. Good, let's do it 2 more times. Bend the knee, straighten the leg. And then back down. And do it again. So when you start getting stronger, that's when you can start to play a lot more. As you get stronger, you can do a lot of different movements. Of course, moving slowly. You know, holding up here and down and up and down. You can play with it. But for now, where we're at, we're just trying to reestablish that brain to muscle connection, to stimulate those gamma motor neurons without stressing out our system even more. Bend the knees, bring the arms to the sides, the feet are just outside the hips, lift up. Very good, guys. Let's get those glutes working again. And then come on down. And as you come up, see if you can feel the glutes squeezing. Squeeze them, lift up a little bit more, and then come on down. Very good. Lift up, squeeze the glutes. Now, lift the toes a little bit here, press down into the heels of the feet, and lift up as high as you can. And then come on back down. Very good. And then lift up. Lift up a little bit more. And a little bit more. Press down through the heels, lift up. And then come on down. Good. Now we're going to get into the hamstrings just a little bit for the last 2. So lift up again. Lift the toes a little bit. Really see if you can find the inner heel with your mind's eye. Now find the inner heel, press it down, lift up, and then squeeze the heels towards your glutes. About 3 or 4% effort. Lift up a little bit more, and then come on down. Whew, look at me, Mom. All right, so we're gonna do it one more time. Lift up. Lift the toes just a little bit, find the inner heel. Pull with about 3 or 4% effort, the heels towards the shoulders. See if you can find those hamstrings. Woo! I just found mine. Lift up a little bit more, and a little bit more, and come on down. And you guys are in for such a deserved Shavasana. In the Shavasana, take a moment to settle into the breath. Watch the rising and the falling of the navel. And just imagine that you're at Blue Osa, hearing the sound of the waves in the background. And as you breathe in and breathe out, there's this awareness that the breath begins to match the waves as they rise up and then descend. And as the waves rise up and descend, you can also feel your consciousness ebbing and flowing with the waves. It rises up from the depths of your mind and then descends back into the depths of your mind. And continue to stay here as long as you like, doing your favorite relaxation practice. Maybe it's going through a body scan, 61-point relaxation, and systematically going through all of the relaxations for your body. Enjoy and continue these practices so that you can go out to manifest and live your best life. Namaste, my friends.